my channel. I know it's kind of been a minute since we've done one of these videos. We have been incredibly busy since Heidi Nan had to have her surgery, but we are back, and today is another video all about Meet the Dog, and today you're going to meet Lyla. Hi, Lyla.
Hello, Lyla.
Thank you for being here, Lyla. It's not like you had much of a choice. Hi.
I'm sure she'd rather be down here than be in her crate.
Yeah. I'd like not to say that they're in crates all the time because they're not.
Nope.
But she would rather be down here filming with us than one of the others be down here because she gets some attention. So we are going to start out. Of course, this is Lyla. She is our miniature Australian Shepherd. She is a Blue Merle. She is 2.5 years old and she weighs approximately 24 pounds.
Thick dog. She's a thick girl.
She is. Say, I'm nice and healthy. Not overweight, just perfect size. Now, if she puts on a few more pounds, other than when she's pregnant, she would definitely be overweight. Thank you. Okay, so what are some of Lyla's likes and dislikes? Belly rubs. She loves
getting
belly
her
rubs.
belly rubbed.
She's a Velcro dog, which is very common with Australian Shepherds. And she fits that title perfectly, don't you?
She isn't crated all the time, but she cannot stand being in a crate. We can't, if we don't take her to work, you have to leave her in the crate for how long?
About 10 hours.
Yeah, I mean,
work with driving.
She whines real bad in the morning, but she probably doesn't do it
once we
leave, but she stays doing it. And did that shelf get moved?
Yeah, I had to plug it in.
Oh. Yeah, she does not like being in a crate at all. And she does love having her belly rubbed, and I've noticed she loves drinking water.
Yes.
She drinks the most water out of all of them that I've seen.
Okay, and we're back. My camera battery died, and then I replaced the battery, and that one died too. So we are going to pick up where we left off. I know he mentioned if we don't take Lyla to work with us, she doesn't get to go with us very often because she gets extremely car sick.
She does like to puke in the car.
When we first got her, it was an occasional thing, but now it is every single time she rides in the car. At least with me.
Yeah, I'd probably say so. I think every time we get her to work, she about 5 minutes away from work, she'll throw up, and it's about the same time every time you do it.
Every single time. It's about when she's been in the car for about 45 minutes, she can't handle anymore. That is why Lyla does not go on vacations with us, because she physically cannot handle the ride. Can you imagine going 7.5 hours to Disney with her in the car puking?
That's like one throw up every
And why
hour.
are you smiling? Why are you smiling? Because you know we're talking about you. Yeah. I'm telling you, she loves attention.
She really does.
More than any dog I've ever known, she and Riley are insane about attention.
Well,
Okay.
would you say
Let me see.
she's a high energy or low energy dog compared to the other ones?
I would say as far as the breed of Australian Shepherd goes, typically these are very, very high energy dogs. We talked about this in our last video with Ryder. Lyla is actually the complete opposite. Now, she's outside. Yes, she will run around. She will play. She does like to play. However, she will come in the house and just lay around. You can let her be out in the house all day and she is just going to lay there.
Like a cat.
Yes, literally just like a cat. She is definitely not your typical high energy that you think of when you think of the breed Australian Shepherd.
Where would you say she's at in the hierarchy of all of the dogs in the house?
So, where she actually is or where she thinks she is?
Where she thinks she is. Where does she think she is?
She thinks she's the #1 dog in the house. She has developed an alpha personality. That Heidi has always been the alpha in our house. They got into it and she hurt Heidi really badly, not because she's an aggressive dog whatsoever, but when you have two dogs that think they are both the female alpha, and then one of them goes into heat, it does not make for a pretty picture. So ever since we discovered that she has now decided on her own that she wants to be the alpha, we do not let her around other female dogs whatsoever.
We don't even let her around the male dogs unless they're,
unless she's in heat and we're planning on
she goes
breeding.
outside by herself, and if you let her out to spend time with her, she's by herself. And it's not because we don't like her. It's because I think because she's gone through the heat cycle and she's fertile, she acts out more towards other female dogs.
Which is fairly common. We've spoken to our vet about it. We have, the first step, if you have a dog that is not spayed and you don't want to spay them, at least not right now, that's not our plan. Eventually we will spay her once we're no longer breeding because it's a health concern for her down the road. But in the meantime, we put her on medication to help kind of calm her anxiety, which is what causes them to become aggressive towards other female dogs when they are in their heat cycle. Because they don't feel good. The other one could just be messing with them and they don't like it. You never know what's going on in a dog's head. And then the next step after medication, if another incident was to occur, you have to, if you don't want to have to rehome a dog, obviously, that's the last case scenario when it's a safety concern. Then the next step would be spaying to cut out any aggressive tendencies. Since that happened, she's not showing any signs of aggression. She actually seems to be very happy that she gets one-on-one time. I honestly think she prefers it.
Yeah, she gets the attention she wants instead of you trying to divide it 9 ways.
Yes, so it's definitely a new thing for us. I have spoken to other breeders that have gone through this, other people that just, have multiple dogs in their home who have gone through this, my vet, I spoke to our trainer about it. And so it is just something new that we are working with. Now, you might be thinking, do we still use her for our breeding program? Right now, the answer is yes. If she was just an aggressive dog, like aggressive towards people, aggressive towards other animals, just aggressive behavior all the way around, we would absolutely pull her from the breeding program because we wouldn't want that to be a genetic trait that she passes on to her offspring. However, she does not have an aggressive type behavior about her outside from her heat cycle, wouldn't you say?
And that's a segue into our next question.
And what would that be?
How she is around other people that's not you and I.
Oh my gosh, this is a dog that will go up to anyone and everyone and roll over for a belly rub. Like, think about the night we got her. We drove up to Rome, Georgia super late in the evening after work to meet her. This dog comes running out of these people's house and just rolls right over for you.
I thought I had a special connection with this dog, but actually, it turns out this dog does that with everybody, not just me.
Yep, she loves people. She absolutely loves them. She hasn't really ever been around kids, so I don't know how she does around the little people.
I'd imagine she's probably the same. If she sees that they have hands and they're taller than her, she'll probably roll over.
Most likely she would. She's just an all-around sweet girl when it comes to people.
And I'd say she's probably about the same way with the cats too. Other than right now, when she's kind of like in that weird hormone mix that she's in for a little while, she kind of goes after the cats, but she doesn't go after them. Not in an aggressive way. Yeah, she doesn't go after them in like a "I'm going to get you" way.
It's in like I want to play.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that we've learned. When the other dogs were around and out with her, the cats couldn't be around because her herding instinct clicks in. And since that's one of the things that led us to believe she wanted to be an alpha, because she would start chasing the cats and then the other Aussies would join in because she was taking the role as pack leader.
Yeah, I agree with that, because she used to
not
do that at all. She wouldn't mess with the cats. That was like a...
It started
almost... It was like a Riley thing, I want to say. Riley would do it.
Riley would play. She would never play with Emmy. Only Goldie. Riley and Goldie have always been the best of friends. It was never an aggressive, like, she would, like, be playing with Goldie, and then Goldie would, like, wrap her paws around her, and it's whole thing.
They never, like, bite the cats. Like, I mean, they play with their mouth, but they don't, like, bite them.
Yeah, we've never had any of our cats.
That's how all the dogs play with one another, and the cats. So
and our cats put each other in their place.
Yeah, Goldie will slap a dog. Goldie will slap the dog.
She will also try to walk them with their leash. Goldie loves to play with the dog's leash.
How would you say she is on grooming? Like, how high maintenance is she?
So Australian Shepherds typically are not super high maintenance dogs when it comes to grooming. They have, come here, Lyla. Come here. Come here. As you can see, she has a very thick, long coat. She is actually a show coat Aussie, and they have what is known as a double coat. It helps keep them cool in the summer and warm in the winter. So you don't want to shave them down or cut them super short like a lot of dog breeds have done to them. Our Yorkies, you could either keep them long, cut them really short, that's fine. But with the type of hair they have and the purpose it serves, that's the reason you don't want to cut them super short. Unless she gets into something. I know I'm just like running my mouth.
Well, I was gonna add that the whole time we've had all of the Aussies, I've never seen one of them get like fully groomed. Like the poodle I had, you take her and get her groomed.
Like
she'd come back with a haircut. Yeah, and the Yorkies are like that too.
We don't
these
give her
dogs
a full haircut.
have
They
never
don't have to have
gotten
them.
a haircut like that ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess, like she said, the way their fur grows, I guess the old fur falls out as new fur replaces it, and you really they don't like go.
That's why they shed a lot.
Yeah, they don't poof up. Like she stays like this almost all the time.
Mm-hmm. And she is an extremely high shedder. We have, Ryder is a reduced shedder. I don't remember if I mentioned that. He has the reduced shedding gene. And so does River, which is Raya. Ryder and Lila's baby, she got the reduced shedding gene. Riley doesn't have the reduced shedding gene. She's a average shedder. Lyla here is on the extreme side of shedding. Like, you'll see the fur come off of her and it'll be in your mouth.
Yeah, but it's real bad in the bed. She used to sleep in the bed with us. I'd get in bed and lay my head on the pillow, and it was like I was laying on a pillow that was like interwoven just for me with animal fibers and hairs. And I love the dog in the bed, but I'm also kind of happy that she's not in the bed anymore because of that.
But going back to like what it takes to groom them, so all of our Aussies get a bath once a month unless they get into something, or like the other day, Ryder hacked his leg and peed on Riley. That was fun. But she gets a bath once a month and gets her nails trimmed. I do all of that at home. As for the actual like grooming and trimming of hair, she does get knots occasionally behind her ears. It's not like she needs to be brushed on a daily basis, but when she does start getting little mats behind her ears, I'll just take her out and get my shears out and just trim behind her ears just to get those knots out. It's a lot easier than trying to brush her hair every day because she does not like it at all. And then for sanitary reasons, when her butt fur starts to get longer, I'll give that a little trim and kind of make it into like butt curtains. That I only do every about 3 months. And then her paws,
Grinch feet.
She gets what he has called Grinch feet because her fur will just like
goes out between her toes and stuff like the Grinch.
So I trim that. That I only have to do, I think, every other time. So that's about every 6 months. So she's pretty easy, low maintenance on grooming. If I only had 1 or 2 dogs and they were like her, like that would be
low maintenance and low energy. It's like the best thing you could get.
But don't confuse her with most Aussies. Most Aussies are high energy dogs.
Opposite.
Completely the opposite. When we got her, she was nothing like I was expecting. I thought, oh, she'll settle in. She'll be like the others. Zoom, zoom, zoom all the time. No, she'll do it. But for the most part, what you've seen her doing, just laying here on the couch with us, that's what she does.
And that'd be a good segue into our next category, which would be the puppies. And how they got like it's like a mixture of the personalities of her and Ryder.
It's so funny because she has had 2 litters of puppies, one with us and one with her previous owner. Her previous owner bred her with a doodle, so she had little Aussie doodle puppies.
A doodle or a poodle?
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know if, was it a poodle?
Yeah, what's a doodle?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of Aussie doodles and, you know, Labradoodles and all that. I forget that. Okay, they bred her with a poodle and they got Aussie doodles. So now that we've got that cleared up. So then we bred her with Ryder, of course, and she had a beautiful litter of 6 puppies. Of course, you all know River from my channel, our little red merle, who will actually be in an upcoming video as well. That is a product of Lyla and Ryder, and she is so perfect. And then my memory card ran out of space. It is been an
It's always
evening.
something with this camera.
It's always something in our lives. But we were talking about the puppies, and they were all pretty. Oh, we got a black tri as well. I was listing all the different colors.
We
that
got the black tri, and then we got
the 3 red tris.
the 3 red tris. And hold on, wait. Black tri,
3 red tris.
3 red tris.
And then the blue
We
merle
got the
and
blue
red
merle and
merle.
the red merle. Yeah.
Yes. And they are all a wonderful mixture of Lyla and Ryder. So River actually has, and I'm going to talk, more about her in our upcoming video, but she has like a completely like split personality between mom and dad.
Yeah,
She's shy like Ryder.
she's shy if you go to get her, like she's acting up and you want to put her up. She'll shy like Ryder will, but
the same around strangers until she like
yeah,
opens
but then
up.
she opens up like
Lyla, and then there's no
Which is
stopping
so
her.
crazy. It is so crazy to see like personality split in dogs because you see it in people,
But
it's
the same with dogs.
crazy to see it in a dog, and you get to witness it because you got mom and dad, and then you get the daughter, and then you get to see it like because she's not going anywhere.
Yes,
Yeah, I think that's
ever.
pretty cool.
So we'll talk more about her in another video. Another thing is size-wise, you can get with Australian Shepherds, you can get toys, miniatures, and standards. Well, both Lyla and Ryder are miniatures. In their litter, we got 1 toy, 4 miniatures, and 1 small standard, which I think is absolutely amazing that we got a little bit of everything.
The black tri was a tank. You got to put a photo of him up on there or a little clip if you can. You got to do it for all of them to show all of them.
Well, I need to ask their owner's permission before I just like.
No, the one not when we had them as puppies.
Oh, when we had them as puppies. Okay, I was about to say
not
I don't want
current.
to use their
I mean,
current
you
ones.
can see as a puppy the black tri
I'll
can be
put a
bigger than all
picture
of them.
up here that is of Tiny and Big Boy, which is what we lovingly called them, because you can see the difference if you look at this picture. It's a huge
Big
difference.
Boy was Big Boy. I mean, he would have grown to be bigger than Raya, and I don't think we've done a video on her yet.
We haven't.
But when you see Raya, you'll be like, oh my goodness, I
Yes.
can't believe that dog would have been bigger than her. I think he would have.
I think so. I'm not sure weight-wise, but height-wise, definitely.
Yeah,
he's kind of
he was
seeing pictures
chunky.
now. He's kind of like more lean, but super tall. Because I keep up with out of the 5 puppies that went to forever homes outside of our home, I keep up with 4 out of the 5. And they send me pictures, updates. We have a Facebook group for owners of our puppies or their relatives. And it's just amazing to see them all growing up. When I get updates about them, he can tell you it makes my entire day.
It makes my day too. I like seeing them because I had them when they were like yay big.
Smaller than
And now they're like yay big, yay big, yay big, yay big. I mean, it's cool seeing them grow because they're not here with us anymore, but
and even better than that is hearing their forever families talk and call them the most perfect things ever, and just seeing how much joy breeding these 2 dogs of ours and producing these puppies has brought to other families, which I feel like
she did it. She brought joy.
You brought a lot of joy. Yeah, thank you. Which is the whole reason I feel like we do it.
Yeah, it
You
is pretty
know?
neat because
It's a unique
everybody
thing.
out there has a dog they remember growing up, like I do and she does.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean to go on a side tangent, but y'all know what I'm getting at.
Like we're creating memories for someone
exactly.
with
like
these
somebody
puppies.
that's like 8 or 9 is gonna remember that dog when they're 20 and be like, man, I miss that dog. Like that's pretty cool to think about.
It's
in that
core
sense.
memories that you can't replace. Okay, Lyla, we've got a couple more things to talk about. Okay, so do you have a funny story about Lyla since I've done the most talking?
I certainly do.
Is the one I'm thinking of?
The stairs one? Yeah. What was the context leading up to that?
The context leading up to that was we had just gotten Lyla like 2 days before.
We just got her, and I guess they get like a homesickness or whatever when you put them
Upset
somewhere
stomach.
new. Like me. But I'm more controllable. We had her crated that first night because, we just got her. I'm not going to put her in the bed with me.
And disclaimer for anyone that gets queasy easily, skip like the next minute and a half of this video.
Anyways, when we do a video on Ellie, it kind of goes with how Ellie was in my story. I'll probably tell with her. But Lyla, that morning, was that evening? Or?
No, it's evening.
All right, so it was in the evening. And I think
We got home to it.
Rebecca had told me that there was a doggy 911, and I ran upstairs.
Which is code for either two dogs are going at it, or there's
or a dog went at it by
nasty.
itself and made a mess. But she summoned me upstairs, and I ran up there, and anybody, for the 10 people that are gonna watch this, if you have a dog and it's ever like had
a stomach bug,
number 3, which isn't throw up. Number 3 is a mix of number 2 and 1. But she had done that in her cage, and she's laid in it.
No, she wasn't in it. She had none of it on her.
Okay. She wasn't. Spoiler, she wasn't in it yet.
She put her butt up to the crate and went half out, half in.
Yeah, it made a mess. Anyways, I'm not going to go into detail about it. But she had number 3 in the cage and outside of the cage somehow, and I wasn't about to carry her. Why was I going to go outside with her?
I don't know why
we could have gone to
didn't
that bathroom.
I don't know why we didn't just take her out. We weren't thinking. It was late.
Anyway, yeah, we must have not been thinking. But Rebecca was like, just take the whole cage and the dog outside and throw it away. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't say throw it away. Hose it off. And I was like, all right, that's simple enough. And I picked the cage up. I'm heading down the stairs holding the cage with her in the cage. And
he takes that first step.
I take that first initial step, and my center of gravity on the cage changes to a downward slope. And, oh man, I don't know. It wasn't like liquid.
No.
It wasn't liquid, but it was kind of like...
That's horrible.
It's like mud. It's like the consistency of mud.
Okay, people.
And
don't want to know that.
I took that first step down, and the cage went from this to that, and it created a slippery slope in there. And she fell on her side, and she slid down the slope I've created. All the way until through everything, all the way until she bottomed out on the side of the door in there, and then it really became a 911
So
call.
at that point, we scrapped it, sat the crate down on a towel, picked her up like we should have done to begin with, and put her in the bathtub, cleaned her up. Then we went to hose the crate out, got downstairs, and our septic tank had overflowed in downstairs of our house.
That was the same day?
That was the same day.
That was a crappy day.
Literally. Anyways, so, favorite thing about Lyla?
My favorite thing about Lyla? She's got a super good personality, but I think out of all the Aussies we have, I like her coat. I like how her fur grows. I like how it looks on her neck. Like she said, it's a show dog coat, so I can't tell the difference on Raya and her. I just know
Raya has a working dog coat.
Lyla has like that cool neck. It's like a wide neck kind of fur.
Well, she's also older than Raya. She's got her full coat in.
I think I like that about her, and I like her eyes a lot. She's got like, her eyes are so blue, they're white.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really cool. And what's really cool about that is River also got that trait from her, which is incredibly lucky that we got a red merle out of her, and we got the eye color from
Which
her.
is amazing.
That's insane. But that's genetics. I made like a 70 or an 80 in ninth grade biology, so I don't understand genetics so well, but
now, I would agree with you. I love her coat and I love her eyes, but I think my favorite thing about her is her personality when she has puppies. I think all of our dogs do great around puppies, with puppies and everything, but her personality with them, she's not aggressive towards us. Like a lot of mama dogs don't want you touching them. Like she doesn't leave their side, but she was never aggressive towards us. She's just the best mama dog that I could ever imagine, and that just warms my heart.
she is a good mama.
She is.
She never snapped
Even to
at us,
River
never
now,
growled at
like-
us. She never did anything when we'd have to go in there and like give them a bath
Mm-hmm.
or like clean up after them. And she does good cleaning up after them. It's disgusting, but she does really
Yeah.
good doing it.
And River's probably the only female dog in our house I would actually let her still be around, because she acts 1,000% different with River than any of the other dogs. And
She's a
it's
good dog.
the biology.
It's just her, I think her
She's hormonal.
hormones were all out. She's a really good dog.
Alrighty, and now that we have shared so much with you about Miss Lyla, we are going to get ready to get River down here and film her video. You'll see that about a week after this. You'll definitely want to check it out, and if you haven't watched the video of Ryder yet, I would definitely suggest watching it. I'll link it up here. So that you'll be able to just easily get over to it. But you'll definitely want to watch the video of Ryder and then this one that you've obviously watched of Lyla before watching Rivers, so that you can see what personality traits cross over from Ryder, what comes over from Lyla, and how she is a perfect mixture of her perfect parents. If you haven't already, please head over to Instagram and join me over there so that you can keep up with our crazy everyday life with 9 dogs, 2 cats, and almost 40 chickens. You can find me at RebeccaLynn_GA. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and become part of my YouTube family with us and all of our chaos. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.